The bar under my apartment kept me up, so I blasted Jingle Bells until they shut early. I live on the second floor of a small building in a big West Coast city. I've been here 8 years, and most neighbors longer. The ground floor has shops, 2 restaurants, a bakery, and a tattoo place. It used to be quiet. By 10 at night, everything was shut and dark. The place under my window was a sushi spot with a little sidewalk patio. It had 8 tables and soft music. The owners retired to see their grandkids, and it closed. For 3 months, the space sat empty. Then workers came, new lights went up, and people said a local bar owner was moving in. I felt fine at first. His other places had great burgers. Then I heard this would be more bar than food. Weeknights open until 1, weekends until 2. He picked the spot because others closed early, so he could catch the late crowd. After a month, it was clear who the bar was for. Most of the crowd looked 21 to 26. I am 40. I still go out late sometimes, but most weeknights I try to sleep. The problem was not music at noon. The problem was yelling at midnight. The bar had a garage-style door that slid up when the weather was nice. With it open, I could hear the inside music, the bass through my floor, and every shouted joke on the patio below. I tried to handle it like an adult. I went by during the day and asked for the owner. I said I lived above and asked if we could keep the patio volume down late. He smirked and told me I could move if I did not like it. I walked home angry. 2 weeks later, around 11 at night, the patio got wild again. Screaming laughs, drunk voices trying to shout over each other. I looked at my window table and had an idea. If he had no problem with noise, I would join in. I set my Bluetooth speaker in the window, pointed at the patio. I hooked up an old phone and cued one song, Frank Sinatra singing Jingle Bells, on repeat. I locked my door and went to a nearby casino until closing. When I got back at 2:30, the street was empty and my floor was quiet. I turned off Sinatra and went to bed. I did this 4 or 5 nights a week for the next 3 weeks. I only did it when they opened the garage door and the patio got loud. If it was calm, the speaker stayed off. After a few nights, the garage door stayed shut more often. A week later, the patio looked empty most nights. The bar started closing early here and there. I felt a little guilty, then remembered he told me to move. My dad said I was being petty. Some friends laughed and called it genius. Others said I was costing the staff money. I could not move. My place is rent controlled, so I kept the peace when nights stayed quiet. If the patio turned into a shouting match, the Sinatra defense system fired up, and I took a drive. Nights felt calm again, like when the sushi couple ran the place. Then came the 4th of July. They threw a huge party. The garage doors were up, the music blasted, and people spilled onto the sidewalk. My little speaker was nothing against it. A fight broke out near the curb. I heard glass break, people yelling, and a woman sobbing into her phone. Someone called the police. Patrol cars rolled in, lights flashing, and the bar was shut for the night. People said they were not approved to run like a late-night club. In our city, you need a special license to stay open late and do that. The liquor board got tipped off, probably by the police report. Soon after, their license to serve was pulled pending a hearing. It did not matter. The doors closed, the windows went dark, and a sign said closed until further notice. In late August, the place reopened. Same name, new hours. They now close at 10 every night. New signs pushed the food instead of cocktails. I got nosy and went in for lunch. I sat at the bar and ordered a burger. It was good. The bartender was friendly, so I asked about the change. He said the owner's business partner was now running things. The owner, the guy who blew me off, was going through a divorce and drinking hard. The partner took over to steady the properties. I felt a little bad and told him I was the Jingle Bells person. He laughed and said, "You are that guy." He said the old bartender had told him and begged the owner not to escalate, because if I complained to the city, they could get fined. No one else in my building had called, maybe because my unit is right above the patio and I took the worst of it. He also said the partner warned the owner not to do the July 4th party, but he did it anyway, and that is why the partner was in charge. For me, that was the end of it. The patio still opens most afternoons. Now it is people talking at a normal volume, eating sober meals, and heading home by 10. When the garage door is up, I hear forks, soft laughs, and chairs scraping. Closing time comes, the door slides down, and the street goes quiet. I shut my window and go to sleep. Now people are saying I went too far, ending their late nights. Was I out of line?